Alrighty then, so last week's all-new episode of Steven Universe was entitled Mindful Education, and right off the bat it seemed like this was going to be another one of those lighter, more shenanigan-filled episodes. Oh boy, how wrong was I. You see, Connie comes to the temple for more combat training with Pearl, but it's clear that her mind is very much elsewhere. Even Steven's best-laid plans to make her laugh fall on absolutely deaf ears. The theme of that day's training exercise is fusion, trying to help the kids better utilize Stevani in battle, and because Garnet is such a huge booster of fusion, she's willing to sit in on the lesson. I gotta say, Stevani looked absolutely great this episode. They busted out some more DBZ fusion dance jokes, but moreover than that, her combat attire looks very reminiscent of something Gohan would wear. The combat exercise ends up going horribly wrong very quickly as the fusion turns on itself and Steven and Connie end up breaking. As we discover, Connie is actually distraught. It seems that she accidentally attacked a kid at school who startled her using the very same skills that the gems have been teaching her. Connie has undergone a lot of development as a character. When we first met her, she was meek, maybe a little bit timid, and now she actually has the ability to hurt people, something that she never had before, and it's tearing her apart inside. She does, however, know she has to work through it if she wants her fusion with Steven to work, because Stevani can only be maintained if both people involved in the fusion are, in the right state of mind. Connie's problem ends up getting dealt with rather quickly. She apologizes to the kid and she feels a lot better about it. But what this whole situation has done is also open up some wounds that Steven has accumulated over the last couple episodes. Mainly that he's feeling a ton of guilt and shame over his failure to save certain characters, and it's really only starting to manifest itself now. This is really strong, really clever stuff, especially when you stop and consider that most quote-unquote kids cartoons don't deal with negative emotions, or at least don't deal with it like this episode does. Garnet, again being something of a Zen master, decides to take the kids under her wing and teach them the way that Steven Universe has taught almost all of its most important lessons, and that is through song. This particular piece, entitled Here Comes a Thought, is actually Estelle and Garnet's first solo song since Stronger Than You, which was going to be a big song to top, but I think they managed to get right up there. It's also during this song number that it becomes really apparent what this episode is actually about. Mindful Education is an episode all about post-traumatic stress. In fact, what Garnet essentially teaches the kids about breathing and meditation, that's really just a kid's version of eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. That's EMDR, for those of you out there who don't speak psychotherapy. The song number 2 is helped out by some truly amazing visuals, which also sees the return of Ruby and Sapphire dealing with a bunch of white butterflies. Butterflies, of course, in a lot of anime and Asian cultures representing death. One such butterfly is fine, but eventually they start whirling into a giant uncontrollable mass that Steven and Connie have to end up overcoming. The episode really hits you in the gut by the end when you start to realize that this is the most upset, sad, and low down that Steven, an otherwise upbeat character, has ever been. But then the episode brings you back by reminding you that Steven is not alone. He has Connie, they're partners, they're friends, and they'll always be there for each other, and that's why their Stefani fusion manages to work. Much like Amethyst discovered in her fight with Jasper from a couple arcs back, you don't have to do it alone. Mindful Education was another beautiful episode of Steven Universe that dealt with a super mature, super adult theme in a fun and interesting way that I don't think a lot of kids will appreciate until they're older, but then again, that's sort of the joy of this show, isn't it? We get to see Steven and Connie grow so much closer, we get to see our main character overcome some real demons, and we get another great song. Overall, I would give this one a very strong 9 out of 10. It's definitely some good stuff. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Kate Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.